Hey, Vision Chasers, Dr. Bird here. Today, we're going to go back to our book that we're reading for the summer. It's called Overcome by Jason Redman. He advises us that when we find ourselves in a life ambush, we need to get off the X. We need to get some forward momentum so that we can move forward, so that we can navigate whatever it is life has thrown our way, whatever problem, whatever obstacle. We need to move forward. We need to get off the X. Now, he has given us an acronym here that we can use so that we can know exactly what we need to do when we find ourselves in a life ambush. So what was amazing as I was going through this is that I recognize that a lot of the things that go into this acronym REACT is very similar to what I call the problem solving process. And I've done a video about that, and that's going to pop up now, but there's just a lot of similarities. But life is about being able to pursue goals, and along the way you're going to have to solve problems. So Jason, he tells us that in order to defeat a life ambush, in order to get out of a life ambush, we need to react. So let's look at what information he gives us. Number one is very important. We need to recognize our reality. Recognize the reality. Now, it's very easy for us to lie to ourselves, to sugarcoat things, to Thanos snap things that we know are flaws that we have, things that we know that we need to work on. It's easy for us to give in to excuses and just explain things away. But that is a danger here. That's a danger here, because when we're not dealing with truth, that we're not going to be able to get off the X, because we have to go through this process. When you get this step wrong here, it's like getting step one incorrect in a 10-step math problem. We've got to do it the right way. You've got to be dealing with truth, because if you're not dealing with 100% truth, it's going to affect your ability to evaluate the situation. You're going to come back with wrong information. You're going to come back with an incorrect analysis. You're going to get yourself in deeper trouble if you're not dealing with the truth. The truth is so important. So this evaluation part, I want to let you know, ladies and gentlemen, in order to fully evaluate the situation, as I said before, we have to deal with truth. But we also, when we're evaluating the situation, it can't be based on our feelings. It can't be based on our feelings, because, ladies and gentlemen, feelings are temporary. Feelings are temporary. You don't want to be making judgments and decisions based on your feelings. Now, feelings are okay. It's okay to feel the way you feel. But when it comes to your analysis of the situation, it's difficult. I know it can be difficult, but you need to find a way to push those feelings to the side so that you can clearly evaluate the situation, so that you can assess your options. What are your exit routes? What are the potential options that you have available to you? Now, again, we're here in this part of the process, react, REACT. Hopefully we've done the other two steps correctly, because that information is going to feed into the options that we may potentially have available. So you need to be able to assess those options. Assess those options. Compare A to B to C. Compare those options based on the information you have, based on the truth and not your feelings. And so you need to do this with clear judgment, even though it's difficult, but you can do it. And then now the next step is we need to choose a different direction and communicate it. Now, Jason's coming from a military background, working with others, and you, in your current position, you may be working with others. You're dealing with a life ambush. And so, yeah, you need to pick one of those options and clearly communicate those with your team. Now, if you're not working with the team, you definitely need to communicate with yourself. You need to let yourself know, hey, this is the option that we are going to take. We're going to commit to it, and we're going to do everything in our power to execute it with excellence. And then lastly, once you've made that commitment, now it's time to take action. It's time to take action. That's the way it works. Recognize your reality, evaluate the position, assess possible exit routes, choose a different direction and communicate it, and then take action. Do it. Make it happen. That's how we get off the X. That's how we get off the X. So, ladies and gentlemen, what I will do is I'll make sure that I leave a picture of this slide. I'll leave this slide in the description section. I'll link to it so that you can have the visual of it. But once again, I encourage you to get a copy of this book. It is changing my life. So think about that, ladies and gentlemen. We have to get off the X. We have to move, and we got to do things the right way. Leave the feelings out. Let's look at the facts so that we can come up with some valid options, compare those options, choose the right option that we think is best for us at the moment, and fully execute it with all of our ability. Well, thank you so much, Vision Chasers, for watching. And until we meet again, please keep chasing the vision.